All right, I figured I'd do a quick little video of my everyday carry at work, basically. This MP2 goes in with me anytime I'm going to look at or do any kind of work. It's always on me if I'm doing work, whether I take another bag in with me or not. And then this tape measure with my little pocket clip helps save my pocket from getting tore up, is always with me. I really like these Klein 25-foot magnetic tape measures. I'm an electrician, so it comes in handy. It's got some conduit bending measurement stuff in there, and I like the fact that it's got measurements on both sides of it. The magnet, I would say I use more for picking up screws that I've dropped on the ground, so I don't have to bend over at work as much. It gets beat up pretty good, but it's lasted me quite a while. And this little deal is actually made in America. I got it on, I can't remember if it was eBay or Amazon. It's well worth it. Helps save your pants. It's a great tool, and it stays on your pocket pretty well. I'm not having to hold down on it when it's on my pants pocket to pull that off. Comes in handy. I don't ever clip my tape to like a Veto bag. They've all got the tape measure clip, but I've always got it on my pocket, not on my bag. Great tape measure. So then to the Veto MP2. This thing, I like how, I think this is just meant to be a stand for it so it can sit up, but I actually hook this into my back pocket, and then I also loop it on my belt. It helps take a little bit of pressure off of it just hanging from my belt. And I've learned that it's a comfortable position to grab all these tools from. But it's super handy. Someday I will get another one. I've had to replace this snap on there a couple times. It gets worn out from me, snapping and unsnapping. But I've replaced the snap a couple times. I've actually re-sewn the leather together because it's two pieces and it kind of wore out where it wraps around my belt. But anyways, that's not what this is about. It's about my everyday carry. Anyways, in the front here, instead of using it as a tape clip, I carry my Knipex electrician's shears or scissors. I use these very often. They're super sharp. They're good for when I'm doing control cables. Just lightly score the cable, and I can peel that jacket off. It cuts through copper, no problem. Anything you're supposed to use this on, you're not using it on steel, but it cuts great. And then for my controls, wire strippers, I use these Klein ones because they go down to 26 gauge wire. So a lot of times I'm on communication cable, something of some sort. It's either 22 or 24 gauge. So I'm using those quite a bit. Like I said in another video, I kind of wish that the Milwaukee strippers that I've got, the needle nose sturdy ones, I wish they went down to 24 gauge, and I would just use those for everything. But these are great. I wish they had a lock on them, so that way they don't, you're sticking in something, you don't actually accidentally catch it on something. If you got something down in your pocket you don't realize, because these do go dull. I get them replaced probably every 6 or 8 months. Luckily, I can just take it to Home Depot and say these are dull and go grab a new pair. So I've only bought 2 pairs of these, but I've probably had 8 because they go dull pretty quick for whatever reason here in the cutter. On this side, I've got an extended reach magnet for reaching in. A lot of times if I've dropped a screw somewhere that I can't just stick my hand in, that's what this gets used for. I really like these Ideal terminating screwdrivers. This is what I use the most. If that head will fit, and it fits most things. Occasionally I'll have to get into something a little bit tighter. So then I've got my Klein 4-in-1, and I just almost always keep it on the smallest flat head, and that's what that gets used for. Occasionally I'll need to use the small Phillips, but they're both handy. They're both always on me, of course, if I'm at work. Never know what kind of terminals I'll be getting into, but I like both these a lot. Klein square shaft. I use this as my beater screwdriver. Recently got it replaced, so it looks pretty new. Beater screwdriver all around. I mean, I use this quite a bit, but since it's got a bulkier shaft, it's good to use as a beater or prying things off sometimes. Don't go crazy, because I don't want to bend it or tweak the tip or anything, but it gets used and abused for sure. The Knip X Cobra with the comfort grip. I got this in a set of 3. I love these things. They're very comfortable. These Knip X Cobras they might be my favorite tool in all my tool bags. I've got the non-comfort grip in my electrical tool bag. But yeah, they're great tools. I love these. And I've got the smaller set on there, so if I got to grab on something too for compression couplings or whatever, or sometimes I just need a smaller pair for what I'm doing. But I love these tools. And I've got Klein ratcheting screwdriver. It says 15-in-1. I'm thinking of I've got a Klein 15-in-1 security screwdriver. I'm thinking of swapping some of the bits out, and that way I've just got one screwdriver, because it carries the same size and style of bits, the two-headed bits. So I don't utilize all these bits that are in here, so I might as well swap them out and not have to worry about carrying 2 screwdrivers sometimes. This Klein 14-in-1, it's a tamper-proof, like mini screwdriver. Occasionally I come into like camera screws. I guess you can't really see, but these are tamper-proof. And it's just got a regular, what's that, number 0? Yeah, Phillips number 0 and an 1/8 inch flat head. And it's got some different size, like a 9/64 nut driver. I've never seen anything that I'd have to use that on, but cool that it's there. This size nut driver is the same, of course. And we got a Phillips 00 and a 3/32 flat head on that side. We got a 7/32 nut driver. Back to this side, I think it's a 3/16 nut driver on that side, and then a 5/32 nut driver on this side. And I think that's a 1/4 inch nut driver on this side. I can't remember if, I don't think so. It almost looks like that could be a nut driver, but it's not indicated, so I don't think it actually is. But it's a cool little screwdriver. This isn't actually usually on my everyday carry. It just happened to be left over from what I was doing the other day. And then this come in a set of 2. The larger one is always in my tool bag, but this one I utilize quite a bit, using the 3/8 a lot, 7/16 and half. Gets used a lot for, oh shoot, what are they called? Strut straps. The bolts on strut straps. The 3/8 and the 1/2 inch are the nuts on that. And then of course 7/16 for any 1/4 inch bolt that I may need to get out. But that's all that I carry in here, I believe. Dump out. Well, got a bunch of wire strippings in there. I don't know if I put those there or somebody played a joke on me, but this is a great tool pouch. Fits everything I need, and there's even space to put a couple more things. Just haven't utilized it all. But anyways, that's my loadout. That's what I carry with me every day, every time I go into a building to do any kind of work at all. Remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you like these videos. If there's something else you want to see, I have some more bags that I'm going to be showing. I'm going to space them out a little bit. I've got 2 kids. I can't just make videos all the time either. But so anyways, let me know what you think. If there's anything else that you want to see, I can go into more depth to any of the tools that I've got. And eventually I'll get to showing some cool tools that I've got. Thanks.